You've been living a lie all this time, never knowing the truth about who you really are. Everything you thought was real, every choice you made, every path you walked, it was all built on a foundation of secrets. You felt it deep down, the nagging sensation that something was missing, something you couldn't explain. But what if I told you that the truth about your destiny is closer than you think? What if I told you that the moment you've been dreading is finally here, and when it's revealed, when you face the truth, it will break your heart in ways you never imagined? All the pain, the struggle, the doubts, they've been leading to this one undeniable moment. Are you ready to face it? Are you ready to confront everything you've been running from? The alarm rings louder than you expected, dragging you out of the warmth of sleep. For a few moments, you lie there, eyes closed, trying to cling to the last remnants of the dream, but it slips away too quickly. You reach over and silence the alarm, the stillness of the room settling around you. Slowly, you sit up, the weight of the day ahead pressing in, but for now, it's just the familiar routine calling you. You stretch, feeling the familiar ache in your muscles, a reminder of yesterday's weariness. It's the same every morning, your body a bit slower to respond, the world outside, still dark and quiet. You shuffle to the bathroom, the cold tile greeting your bare feet. Splashing water on your face, you glance up at the mirror, seeing the same tired reflection you've seen countless mornings before. The same face, the same tired eyes. It's almost like looking at a stranger, someone you recognize, but who feels slightly out of place, as if you've been living on autopilot for so long, you've forgotten who you really are. The sound of the coffee brewing pulls you back to the present. The rich aroma fills the kitchen, familiar and comforting like an old friend. The microwave hums quietly as you prepare breakfast. Another routine you've followed without thought. As you take a moment to scroll through your phone, checking your messages, the news, the calendar for the day, meetings, errands, chores. It's all so ordinary. The type of day that blends seamlessly into the next one moment, flowing into another. Nothing unexpected, nothing that stands out. Outside, the world is still dark, the air cool and calm. Your family is still asleep, and you can hear the soft rhythm of their breathing from down the hall, a reassuring sound that tells you everything is as it should be. The house feels quiet, almost too quiet, but it's a peaceful kind of quiet. You breathe in deeply, taking in the moment of stillness, savoring the calm before the busyness of the day rushes in. The world outside is oblivious, untouched by the things that weigh on your mind. There's no sign of any change, no indication that anything will be different today. As you sit down at the kitchen table with your coffee, you glance at the clock and everything feels routine. You go through the motions, the same motions you've done every day without thinking. But as you sip your coffee, something nags at you. A fleeting feeling like a shadow passing through the edges of your mind. You try to ignore it, convincing yourself it's just the heaviness of the to-do list, the endless demands of life. There's nothing unusual here, nothing that stands out. Everything is fine. Everything is just as it should be. And yet there's a small, quiet voice in the back of your mind reminding you that something is coming, something you can't avoid forever. You try to push it aside, but the feeling lingers. It's faint, almost imperceptible, but it's there. The kind of feeling you get when you know something is about to shift, but you don't know how or when. It's the kind of feeling you've tried to ignore for so long, burying it under the weight of your daily routines. But this time you can't shake it. The world around you might be calm, but something is about to change. The feeling creeps in slowly at first, like a distant hum, just below your awareness. You're sitting there sipping your coffee, glancing at your phone, but something just feels off. It's subtle at first, a quiet unease that you try to brush aside. You're still moving through your morning, your usual routine. But the sense that something is wrong keeps growing. It's like a shadow that starts small, unnoticed, but soon starts to stretch longer and longer, wrapping around everything you thought was familiar. The air in the room feels heavier now, thicker, like it's pressing against your skin, tightening around you. The silence of the house is no longer comforting. It's suffocating, like a waiting room before something you can't see or understand. You glance around the kitchen at the usual clutter on the countertops, the empty chairs, the clock ticking softly on the wall. Everything is in place. Everything is normal, but nothing feels normal anymore. You take a deep breath, but even that feels different, like you're trying to breathe through something dense, something that's slowly filling the space around you. Your heart picks up its pace, not racing, but definitely not at the usual rhythm. It's as if your body is responding to something your mind hasn't fully processed yet. You look at your phone again, scrolling through messages, just trying to fill the time, but the feeling only intensifies. It's like you're being pulled towards something that's just out of reach, but you can't see it. The more you focus on it, the more elusive it becomes. It's not fear, not quite, it's a sense of being unsettled, like the ground under your feet has started to shift, but you're not sure in which direction. The world outside your window seems unchanged. The same cars pass by, the same birds flutter in the trees, the same dull hum of traffic in the distance. Yet you can't shake the feeling that everything is different. There's a dissonance between what your eyes see and what your senses feel. Something is coming, but it's just beyond your understanding. It's like you're standing at the edge of something, but you're not sure if it's a cliff or a doorway. You set your coffee down, the cup rattling slightly against the saucer, though you hadn't meant to make it shake. Your fingers feel cold, despite the warmth of the morning sun filtering through the window. The unease tightens in your chest, a dull ache that you can't explain. It's not fear, but it's the closest thing you've felt in a while. It's like your body is telling you that something is about to happen, something that will change everything, but you're not sure how or why. Every small noise, every shift in the room feels magnified. The hum of the refrigerator seems louder. The ticking of the clock is sharper, the breeze through the window more pronounced. It's as if the world is slowly waking up to something you're not ready for. You can't help but feel like you're waiting for a door to open, but you don't know what's on the other side. You try to shake it off, but it lingers. The sense that you're being pulled in some direction, like a thread unraveling slowly, and no matter how hard you try to pull it back together, it keeps slipping away. You look around trying to ground yourself, trying to make sense of what's happening, but nothing seems to fit. The sense of impending change hangs thick in the air, unshakable like a storm that you can't see, but feel in every part of you. Your phone buzzes on the counter, cutting through the stillness of the room. At first, you ignore it, figuring it's just another random notification. But then the strange feeling you've been pushing down, that pull in your chest, flares up again. You glance over, your curiosity tugging at you. It's a message from an unknown number, no name, just a string of numbers you don't recognize. Your fingers hesitate over the screen. Something about this feels different. You swipe it open. I know who you are. It's time to face your destiny. The words send a shiver down your spine, as if someone just spoke them aloud right behind you. Your heart skips a beat, your breath catching in your throat. For a moment, you just stare at the screen, disbelief flooding your mind. Who could possibly know that about you? How could they? You look around the room as if expecting someone to appear from the shadows. The walls seem to close in just a little tighter, the quiet in the house suddenly too loud. You read the message again, hoping it will make sense, hoping there's some explanation that will make you laugh it off, but there isn't. I know who you are. The words echo in your mind, making your pulse race. The feeling in your chest, the unease you thought was just stress or an overactive imagination grows, intensifies, almost suffocating you. It's like the message is not just a message, it's a call to something you can't escape. You take a shaky breath, trying to calm yourself to reason with your racing thoughts. But something inside you knows. This isn't a prank. This is real. The sense of dread sinks deeper. You swipe down to check the number, but it's not something familiar. There's no name, no identity, just a series of digits you've never seen before. Who is this? What do they want from you? You glance at the time on your phone. You should go back to your routine. Dismiss it as just another weird moment in your day. but the message feels too personal, too urgent to ignore. You know it's not just random. It's meant for you. It's time to face your destiny. The words hang in the air like a challenge. They linger impossible to shake, pushing you towards something you're not sure you're ready to face. You sit frozen, the weight of the unknown pressing on your chest, and then it hits you. This isn't just about a strange message. This is the start of something much bigger. Something that's been waiting for you all along. You stare at the message in disbelief, your fingers trembling as you grip your phone. The weight of the words begins to settle in, pressing down on your chest like a heavy burden. You read it again, then a third time, hoping somehow it will change, that it will make sense in a way that doesn't feel so impossible. You've been running from this truth your whole life. You are the chosen one, and the world is waiting for you to step into your power. The words seem to pulse as if they're alive, vibrating in the quiet space around you. Your breath catches in your throat. The chosen one. Your mind races, trying to process what you just read. What does this even mean? You're not anyone special. You've never been anyone special. Just a normal person with a normal life until now, it seems. The room around you feels suddenly too small, too tight. Your heart pounds in your chest, and for a moment, everything else, the world outside your surroundings, the safe cocoon of your daily life, disappears. All that's left is the message on your screen mocking you with its impossible revelation. You've been running from this truth your whole life. The thought lingers, and it feels like a punch to your gut. Could it be true? Have you really been running from something you were meant to face? Running from yourself. A flash of memories crosses your mind. Strange, inexplicable moments from your past, things you had always brushed off as coincidence. The way you always felt different, like you didn't quite fit in, like something inside you was waiting to wake up. The dreams, the moments where you felt something shift in the air around you, a sense of power you couldn't explain. Could this be what they meant? Is that what you've been avoiding? You're the chosen one. The phrase repeats in your mind, each time sounding more absurd and impossible. But the message is clear, and the more you think about it, the more it settles in. This isn't a joke, this isn't a coincidence. Someone out there knows something you don't, and they've been waiting for you to see it too. You read the message again, trying to make sense of it, to find some logical explanation. But there's nothing, just the cold, hard truth staring back at you like an invitation to something you never asked for. The world is waiting for you to step into your power. It feels like the ground beneath you shifts. A ripple of energy spreads through your body, and for a moment you can almost feel it, this strange tingling sensation that pulses through your veins like something ancient awakening inside you. You freeze and your mind races. What power? What could this possibly mean? You try to push the thoughts away, try to convince yourself that it's all just some elaborate prank, some mistake. But deep down, you know that's not true. This is real. The truth is real. And whether you like it or not, it's pulling you towards something you can't run from anymore. For the first time in your life, the world feels different. And you realize with a sinking feeling in your stomach that everything is about to change. You try to shake it off, telling yourself it's just a random message, a mistake. But even as you try to push it away, the unease only deepens. You turn off your phone, but the feeling doesn't go away. It lingers, wrapping around you like a shadow that you can't escape. Something is shifting, something you can't see, but can feel with every breath, every step you take. You stand up and walk to the window, hoping the cool morning air will clear your head. The city outside looks the same, cars passing by, people walking down the street, the usual hum of life unfolding. But somehow it all feels off. You watch the people below, their movements, almost too precise, too purposeful. It's a small thing, barely noticeable, but the longer you look, the more it feels like they're all aware of you, like they're watching you, waiting for something. A shiver runs down your spine. You step back from the window, telling yourself it's just paranoia, just a side effect of the strange message. But the feeling intensifies. It's like your own reality is starting to crack, like the edges of your world are slowly unraveling, and you're not sure if you're losing control or if something bigger is happening. You walk into the kitchen, trying to distract yourself. You pour a glass of water, but the sound of the faucet running seems louder than usual, almost echoing in the silence. You try to calm your mind, but then you hear it a whisper, soft at first, like a murmur from the corner of the room. You freeze, turning toward the sound. No one is there. The house is still, but the whisper lingers just beyond your hearing, like a voice calling your name from the other side. Your heart skips a beat and the water in your hand shakes. You set the glass down, your pulse quickening. The air in the room feels thicker now, heavy with something you can't identify. It's like the walls are closing and the space around you growing smaller and smaller. The whispers are louder now, not just one voice, but several overlapping, echoing in your mind. You try to block it out, but the sound fills the room, making your thoughts race. Is someone in the house? You rush to the front door, checking it again, making sure it's locked. But as you stand there trying to calm yourself, you feel it, a presence behind you. You turn quickly, heart hammering, but there's nothing there. Just the empty hallway, just the quiet hum of your house, now too still, too silent. You try to rationalize it, tell yourself it's nothing more than nerves, that the message and the feeling are just coincidences. But as you stand there, the silence stretches on, broken only by the soft, insistent whisper that seems to fill the air. You've been running from this truth. The words echo again, as if they've been planted in your mind, growing louder with every passing second. You glance around, and for the first time, the room feels unfamiliar, like it's not quite the place you've always known. The walls seem to close in just a little tighter, the air thicker, like you're being watched. You try to step back, but your feet feel heavy, rooted to the floor. The world around you is subtly shifting, and the unease in your chest grows stronger. It's like you're no longer in control of what's happening. The strange feeling you've been trying to ignore is becoming undeniable. Something is happening to you, and it's bigger than you ever imagined. The whispers are louder now, more urgent. You can't escape it. The truth is waiting. You stagger back, gasping for air. What's happening? What's real? You stand there, heart racing, trying to piece together what's happening, but the weight of it all is suffocating. The whispers still linger, filling the space around you, the air heavy with uncertainty. You reach for your phone again, desperate to distract yourself, but there's no escaping the reality of what's unfolding. Then, as if pulled by some unseen force, you hear a knock at the door. You freeze your hand, gripping the phone a little too tightly. It's a familiar sound, yet it feels jarring in the midst of everything. You glance at the clock. It's too early for anyone to be visiting. You hesitate for a moment, your heart pounding in your chest. Who could it be? Reluctantly, you walk to the door, each step heavier than the last. You open it, and standing there is Sarah. Your best friend, the one person you've trusted more than anyone. Her presence should be comforting, but the look in her eyes sends a cold shiver down your spine. There's something in her gaze that's different. Something dark, something knowing. Sarah, you manage to say, your voice shaky. What's going on? What's happening to me? She doesn't answer immediately. Instead, she steps inside without waiting for an invitation, her eyes never leaving yours. The door swings shut behind her with a soft click, but it feels louder than it should, almost final. You've been running from the truth your whole life, she says quietly. Her voice soft but firm. The words hit you like a punch to the gut, and your breath catches in your throat. You open your mouth to speak, but she cuts you off, her expression unreadable. I've been helping you avoid it. I've been protecting you, keeping you from facing what you are. But now it's too late. The weight of her words hits harder than anything else. You stagger back, your mind spinning, your chest tight. She knew you knew. You whisper the words, but they feel foreign, as if someone else is speaking them for you. How? How long have you known? Sarah doesn't flinch. She doesn't look away. Since the beginning. Her voice is steady, calm, even as if she's been preparing for this moment all along. I've watched you, helped you, kept you safe. But the truth is, it's inevitable. You can't hide from it anymore. The power inside you, it's too strong. You shake your head, trying to make sense of her words. But why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you help me understand? I've been living in the dark all this time. The hurt and betrayal you feel rush to the surface, flooding your chest. It's not just confusion. It's a raw, aching pain, the kind that makes you feel like everything you've ever known was a lie. Sarah's eyes soften, but there's no pity in them, only something darker, more resigned. I couldn't tell you, she admits. I wasn't ready either, but you're ready now. You have to be. It's time to face who you really are. Your mind races, trying to catch up with everything she's saying. The whispers in your head grow louder, the feeling of being watched pressing in on you from all sides. You can barely breathe, let alone process the revelation that's unraveling in front of you. Sarah steps closer, her gaze never leaving yours. The world has been waiting for you. You know, she says, her voice low, almost soothing in its cadence. And you've been avoiding it, but now you don't have a choice anymore. The truth is here, and you have to step into it. You're the chosen one, and the world, it's waiting for you to lead. The world feels like it's spinning out of control. You take a step back, the weight of Sarah's words crushing down on you. You're the chosen one. The words echo in your mind, drowning out everything else. How could this be real? How could everything you knew, your life, your choices, be a lie? The anger and betrayal bubble up, and you can't contain it. You used me. You let me live my life like this, completely oblivious, while you knew the whole time. Your voice cracks raw with emotion. Why? Why didn't you tell me? Sarah looks down, her gaze flickering with something unreadable. Because I was trying to protect you, she whispers. You weren't ready, but you are now. The world doesn't wait. You need to wake up. And with that, everything changes. The pain, the betrayal, the realization of who you really are, it all crashes together. The truth has been here all along. And now you have no choice but to face it. The words Sarah has spoken hang in the air, thick and heavy, pressing down on your chest like a weight you can't shake. You stare at her, still reeling from the betrayal, trying to process the magnitude of what she's just revealed. The chosen one. It feels impossible. You want to scream, to shout that she's wrong, but deep down you know she's not. You felt it your whole life, the way things sometimes shifted around you. The odd moments of strange clarity, the power that you've always suppressed. Your breath comes in shallow gasps as the pieces start to fall into place. All those moments, those unexplained flashes of something greater, they were never accidents. They were signs. And Sarah, standing in front of you, has been holding back the truth, waiting for you to see it for yourself. You take a step back, eyes wide, heart hammering in your chest. I don't understand, you whisper, the words barely escaping your lips. Why didn't you tell me? Why let me live in this lie? Sarah doesn't flinch. Her expression softens, but there's no pity in her eyes, just an understanding, a quiet resignation. Because you weren't ready, she says simply. You had to find it for yourself. The power inside you, it was always there. It was never a question of whether you were special. It was whether you were ready to embrace it. Her words hit you like a wave. The realization crashes over you, too sudden, too intense. You've spent your whole life running from this truth, suppressing it, burying it so deep that it almost became a forgotten part of you. But it's always been there, waiting for you to wake up, to step into it. The power, the abilities you've always felt lurking inside you were never something you could escape. They were always a part of you. You stand there frozen in the moment as the weight of it all sinks in. All those dreams, those strange flashes of feeling like you could do more, be more, those weren't figments of your imagination. They were your destiny trying to break through. Your mind races, connecting all the dots, understanding that this is bigger than anything you've ever known. You were meant for something more than just this ordinary life you've lived. I've always known something was different. You murmur more to yourself than to Sarah, but I was too afraid to see it, to accept it. Your voice shakes, the reality of it all crashing into you with a force you can't ignore anymore. I've been running from myself. Sarah steps closer. her eyes never leaving yours. You've been running from the truth, from the person you were meant to be. You've always had the power inside you more than you realize. It's time to stop hiding from it. Your power begins to stir just beneath the surface. You can feel it now like a pulse, a force inside you waking up after years of dormancy. It's a strange sensation, like something ancient primal has been waiting for the right moment to break free. Your fingers tingle, an electric current running through your veins. You try to move, but it's like the world is slowing down, the air around you thickening as something inside you awakens. The room feels smaller, the walls closing in, but not with fear. It's as if the very space around you is shifting, responding to something deep inside you. For the first time, you feel it, truly feel it. The power is real, and it's yours. You raise your hand instinctively and watch in awe as the air shimmers around your fingers. It's subtle at first, just a flicker of energy, but it's undeniable. You feel the rush of it like fire running through your veins, like lightning sparking beneath your skin. The realization hits you with the force of a tidal wave. This is who you were meant to be. This is the power that's always been waiting for you to accept it, to step into it. It's real, you whisper more to yourself than to Sarah. The weight of the truth settles in your chest. You've never felt more alive, more you than in this moment. The energy swirls around you, a tangible force alive in ways you never thought possible. Sarah nods, her face softening. It was always real. It was never a question of whether you were special, but whether you were ready to face it, to step into your destiny. A flood of emotions crashes over you. Fear, awe, disbelief, and something else, something stronger. It's a sense of purpose, of clarity unlike anything you've ever felt. You know with every fiber of your being that you can't walk away from this. The power inside you is undeniable, and now the choice is clear. You must embrace it. You close your eyes for a moment, grounding yourself in the feeling of your power. This is the beginning. There's no going back. The world is waiting for you. Sure. Here's the revised version with the names and profession of the supporting character changed. You stand there still reeling from the realization of your power, the energy pulsing through you like wildfire. For a brief moment, everything feels possible. The weight of your destiny no longer feels like a burden. It feels like freedom. You finally embraced who you were always meant to be. But as you begin to take in the full scope of what's ahead, the air shifts again. The room feels colder, as if a shadow is creeping in, suffocating the light you've just discovered within yourself. And then the voice comes. It's familiar, but it's not Ava's. It's deeper, older, and it chills you to your core. Did you really think it would be that easy? The voice asks, calm, but full of dark amusement. You freeze, your heart skipping a beat. The words hang in the air, oppressive, as if the walls themselves are closing in around you. Slowly you turn, your mind racing, and there, standing in the doorway, is a figure you thought you'd never see again. Your blood runs cold. It's him, a face you haven't seen in years, but one you can never forget. Ethan, your former mentor, the one who had always believed in you, the one who had taught you, guided you, and made you feel special. But now, standing before you, he's not the same man you remember. His eyes are cold, calculating, empty of the warmth they once held. You take a step back, the energy inside you suddenly feeling unstable, like you've been thrown off balance. You whisper the word, tasting like ash on your tongue. What do you want from me? Ethan smirks, stepping into the room with slow, deliberate steps. I've been watching you, waiting for this moment, he says, his voice smooth, almost soothing. You were always meant to lead, I told you that. But what you've awakened inside you, the power, it comes with a price. His eyes narrow, his smile fading into something darker, more sinister. And that price, it's more than you're ready to pay. Your stomach drops. What do you mean I don't understand? He steps closer, the air thick with an invisible pressure. You think this is a gift, don't you? He continues, his voice soft but laced with an unsettling tone. You think you're special now that you're destined to save the world? But the truth is, the power inside you, it isn't just a gift. It's a curse that will break you. You try to steady your breath, but it's as if the world is spinning around you. The storm inside you, the one you thought you'd embrace, starts to feel like it's getting out of control. No, you say, shaking your head, your voice trembling. This power, it's mine. It's mine to control. Ethan chuckles darkly, taking another step forward. You can control it for a time, but there's always a price. The weight of this power will tear you apart. You were never meant to handle this alone. You were never meant to bear it, not without sacrificing everything you hold dear. The words cut through you like a knife. You want to deny them, to scream at him that he's wrong, but deep down, you feel a terrifying truth creeping in. He's right. You can feel it in your bones, the cost of what you've just discovered. The power you've unlocked doesn't come without consequences. The world doesn't want a hero. Ethan continues, his voice growing colder. It wants someone to control, someone who will sacrifice everything for the greater good. Your heart, your very soul will be shattered in the process, and when it happens, when you realize the truth of what you've done, it will break you. You will regret ever choosing this path. You stagger back, your breath coming in ragged gasps. The weight of his words crashes down on you, suffocating you. All the fear you tried to bury, all the doubts you pushed away, they rise up now, overwhelming you. This power, this destiny could destroy everything, could destroy me. A cold chill wraps around you as you turn your gaze back to Ethan. His smile is gone now, replaced by something much darker, something that knows exactly what you're about to face. You will lead, he says, his voice low and final, but not without cost, not without losing everything you love. The room seems to shrink as his words settle in the weight of them pressing down on your chest. You feel the power stirring inside you again, but it no longer feels like a gift. It feels like a storm, a beast waiting to break free. And you realize with a sickening certainty that you can't escape it. You can't run from the truth. Ethan watches you carefully, waiting for you to say something, to make a move. But you don't know what to say. What can you say when everything you thought you knew about yourself has just been shattered? And then before you can even react, he turns and walks toward the door, his footsteps echoing in the silence. I gave you a chance, he says, his voice softer now, but filled with finality. But now it's too late. You will face the consequences of your power. And when it breaks you, when you finally understand what you've lost, you'll wish you never chose this path. The door clicks shut behind him, and you're left standing there shaken as the truth begins to settle in like a weight in your chest. The storm inside you is rising, and you realize with bone-deep clarity that there's no turning back now. The power is yours, but so is the cost. And as the echoes of his words linger in the air, you know that whatever comes next, it will change everything. The door closes behind Ethan with a soft click, but the echo lingers in your mind, reverberating through the very air around you. You stand frozen, feeling the weight of his words settle into your bones like a cold, unshakable truth. The power is yours, but so is the cost. The storm inside you is no longer just a whisper. It's a full-blown hurricane swirling through every inch of your being, and there's no escaping it. The room feels smaller now. The walls close in on you, the air thick and suffocating. Your chest tightens with the realization of what's at stake. You could still turn away, you think, walk away from all of this. You could choose to live your life the way you always have, simple, quiet, free of the weight of a destiny that feels too heavy to bear. But the power inside you is undeniable. It's there like a fire that's already begun to burn, and you can feel it stretching, demanding more. Can I really reject it? The question hangs in the air unanswered as you pace the room, your thoughts racing. Your mind spins with visions of what could be leading the world, wielding the power that Ethan spoke of. You feel the pull, the promise of something greater, but with it comes the crushing weight of what you could lose. The people you love, the life you know, everything. You close your eyes, trying to ground yourself, but the flashes come anyway. Images of destruction of the world bending under the weight of power, of friends and family being torn apart. You can feel it in your gut. The power is real, and it could change everything. But at what cost? A part of you wants to reject it. You want to say, no, I don't want this. I don't want to sacrifice everything for a destiny I didn't choose. But deep down, you know it's not that simple. Can I really live in ignorance? The thought hits you like a brick to the chest. You've already started to feel it, the pull of something bigger than yourself, the sense that you were always meant for more. You can't unsee it now. You can't unfeel the power coursing through your veins. And if you walk away now, if you turn your back on what's been awakened inside you, will you ever be able to live with that choice? Will you ever be able to ignore what you could have been? You stand still, the silence around you oppressive. Your heart pounds in your chest, your breath shallow. You wish there was another option, a way to escape the gravity of this decision. But there isn't. The choice is clear, even if it's terrifying. Embrace the power step into the role you were always meant to play, and risk everything or reject it. Walk away and live a life of ignorance, never knowing what you could have been. You run your hands through your hair, pacing again, the weight of the decision pressing down on you like a physical force. Every step feels heavier than the last, and the world around you seems to tilt with the weight of it. How do you choose? You glance out the window, the city skyline stretching beyond a reminder of the life you've known. The familiar hum of the world, the comforting noise of everyday life. You could return to it. You could forget this ever happened, bury the power, and pretend you were just another face in the crowd. But then you feel it again, that pull deep inside you, tugging you forward. You are the chosen one. You have power. You are meant to lead. The decision is suffocating, but you know it must be made. You can't run from it anymore. The future is waiting for you, and you are standing at the crossroads. No more distractions. No more running. The choice is yours. And every part of you, every ounce of fear, every instinct telling you to turn away, knows that the only way forward is through it. With a shaky breath, you make the choice. It's time to face the truth. It's time to step into your destiny. You stand there breathless as the weight of your decision crashes down around you. The power that's been awakening inside you pulses in your veins, louder now, stronger. It's undeniable, this force inside you, and you realize that rejecting it would only mean losing yourself. The pull toward your destiny is irresistible, but the cost, the price you must pay, is something you're not ready for. Yet deep inside you know that this is the only way forward. You can't run, you can't hide from what you've become. The words that once felt impossible to accept, the chosen one, now feel like a truth you've always known, buried deep beneath the surface of your life. The life you've built, the people you love, the comfort of your ordinary world, it all feels like it's slipping away. But you know, with painful clarity, that nothing will ever be the same again. You turn, making your way to the door, the reality of your choice settling heavy in your chest. As you step outside, the air feels different, colder, sharper. The city around you looks the same, yet everything has changed. You've changed. You are no longer just another face in the crowd. You are someone else now. Someone the world has been waiting for, whether you're ready or not. You feel the loss before it even happens, the loss of the life you knew, the people you love, the safety you once felt in your own skin. You thought you could have both. You thought you could hold on to everything, but now the price of your power is clear. You can feel it in every step you take, every breath you draw. It's not just the power inside you that will change the world, it's the sacrifice that comes with it. The people you care about, the life you've built, they will be left behind. And that truth cuts deeper than any wound. You think of Sarah, your best friend, the one person you've always trusted, the person who's been there for you through everything. She had known. She had been a part of this, a part of the deception, the lies that kept you in the dark. And now you realize she's just another casualty of this path you're on. The realization stings. You'll never be the same again. The bond you shared, the easy comfort of your friendship, it's slipping away. You won't be able to go back to the way things were. You'll never look at her the same way again. You think of your family, the ones who raised you, the ones who loved you, who always believed in you. They'll never understand what you're about to do. They'll never understand what you've become. And the heartbreak you feel as you think about them is almost unbearable. You'll have to leave them behind too. The people you love will become distant memories, shadows of the life you once knew. Your choices will fracture everything, and there's no escaping the consequences. Every step you take feels like a step away from everything that has ever been familiar, everything you've ever known. The power inside you is undeniable, but as it grows, so does the ache in your heart. You know what you're doing, but knowing doesn't make it any easier. As you walk through the city streets, the world seems to move slower. Your heart aches with every footstep, every moment that drifts you further from your past. You wish you could go back, that you could take back everything you've just realized, undo all of it. But deep down, you know that's impossible. This is who you are now. This is your destiny. You think of the people you're leaving behind, the life you've worked so hard to build, and the weight of it crushes you. Your chest tightens with the knowledge that there's no going back. You will sacrifice everything for this, your peace, your happiness, the people who love you. The world will demand it. Your destiny demands it. And just as you're beginning to feel the full weight of this loss, a familiar face appears. Sarah. She's standing across the street looking at you with a mixture of sadness and something you can't quite place. Her eyes search yours, as if she knows what you're feeling, as if she knows that this is the last time you'll see each other as you were. She takes a step toward you, but you can't move. You can't bring yourself to walk toward her to say goodbye. Not like this. You don't have to do this, she says softly, her voice breaking. You don't have to go. There's still time. You can change your mind. But you can't. You know you can't. The power inside you, the truth that's come to light, has set you on this path. And no matter how much you wish it were different, there's no turning back. You're already too far gone. I'm sorry, you whisper, your voice trembling with the weight of everything you're leaving behind. I don't have a choice anymore. Her face falls, and the sorrow in her eyes cuts through you like a blade. She knows it too. She knows this is the end of everything you once were. And in that moment, as you stand there frozen in time, the full impact of your decision hits you. You can feel the heartbreak like a physical ache in your chest. You've made your choice, and in doing so, you've shattered everything you once held dear. The path ahead is uncertain. The cost of your power is more than you could ever have prepared for. But this is your destiny. And though it hurts more than you could ever explain, you know that this is the only way forward. With one last look at Sarah, you turn and walk away, leaving behind the pieces of your former life, the people you love, and everything you once held dear. And as you walk toward the future, the tears you've held back finally fall. The weight of what you've sacrificed, the heartbreak that comes with this, is unbearable. But you take the first step knowing you can't stop now. The world is waiting for you, and this is the price you must pay. The storm inside you may rage, but you will face it. You will rise, and you will lead. You stand at the crossroads, the weight of everything you've just lost heavy on your shoulders. The city around you moves unaware of the monumental shift that's just occurred within you. The familiar sounds of the world, the hum of traffic, the chatter of strangers, the laughter of children seem distant now, as if they belong to someone else somewhere else. Everything you once took for granted feels like a memory fading in the distance. In your chest, there's an emptiness, a raw ache that won't go away. The truth of what you've sacrificed to reach this point, the people you love, the life you knew, it still stings. You can still feel the weight of Sarah's gaze, the sorrow in her eyes, as if she understands something you don't want to face. You've lost so much and the pain is almost unbearable. But despite the heartbreak, despite the emptiness that seems to consume you, there's a clarity now. You feel the pull of something greater than yourself, a sense of purpose you can't ignore. The power inside you hums softly like a distant heartbeat, urging you forward. The storm of emotions inside you, fear, regret, sadness, are all a part of it, part of the process that's leading you to where you're meant to be. And for the first time, you realize that this power isn't just a gift, it's your responsibility. The world is waiting for you. You take a deep breath, closing your eyes for a moment to center yourself. There's no turning back now. This is your path, the path you were always meant to walk. The weight of it presses against you, but you stand firm. The heartbreak you feel, the sacrifices you've made, they are a part of your journey, but they won't define you. What lies ahead is bigger than the pain of what you've lost. You look ahead to the road stretching before you. It's uncertain, filled with shadows and light, but it's yours. The world doesn't know it yet, but it's waiting for someone to lead it. Someone to stand up and face the darkness. Someone to guide others through the chaos. That someone is you. The enormity of the role you've just embraced settles deep within you. It's not just about the power, the abilities you've unlocked. It's about something much deeper. It's about hope. It's about giving others something to believe in when everything seems lost. It's about standing in front of the world, broken yet whole, and saying, I will lead you through this. You take another breath, steadying yourself. There's no more hesitation, no more doubt. The path forward is uncertain, but you're ready. You've always been ready. And though the road will be long and fraught with challenges, you know now that you won't walk it alone. There will be others, those who need you, who need what you have to offer. You will give them the strength to rise just as you are rising now. And so with your heart heavy but your resolve firm, you step forward. You walk into the unknown, embracing your destiny, ready to face the challenges ahead. You may be brokenhearted, but you are not broken. You are the chosen one, and you will lead. The world may not understand yet, but it will. They'll see you for who you truly are. And when they do, they'll know that they were waiting for you all along. You are ready to lead the way. The path forward begins now.